It's time for another week of high school football on J98 Web TV, on MyMoInfo.com. We're in St. Genevieve once again. It's the St. Genevieve Dragons homecoming this evening. So a big night for St. Genevieve, not only the school but the community. A lot of the former alums are here tonight, and they're going to be hosting the DeSoto Dragons. It's the battle of the Dragons, the green and white versus the green and white this evening. But always makes for a good football game because it's essentially for bragging rights for your mascot, something I'm very familiar with. I've seen this rivalry played out at least 20 times throughout my life, and it looks like we're going to have it brought to you this evening in about 90 seconds from now. We'll give you a quick rundown of the starters for each team this evening. We'll start with the offense for the home team tonight. The offensive line for the St. Genevieve Dragons is A.J. Gons at left tackle, number 59. Number 68, Cade Jett at left guard. The center is Morgan Schenk. The right guard is number 52, Harrison Walmack. And right tackle, number 51, Logan Dowdy. The signal caller for the St. Genevieve Dragons, number 11, Wyatt Lalamandir, just a sophomore, but having himself a pretty solid year as his first year at the helm. He's just a 49% completion rate right now, but 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Also 225 yards on the ground on 61 carries and 2 touchdowns. Along with Lalamandir, the running backs behind him will be Luke Gettinger and number 29, Austin Brewer. Gettinger wear number 47, 108 touches on the year, 512 yards and 5 touchdowns. So a good year for him. On the outside edges at tight end is number 83, Tate Meyer, a 6'3", 175 tight end. That's a big guy to handle out there if you're DeSoto. Number 1, Drew Smelsley, the main receiver for St. Genevieve, along with number 21, Logan Reinhardt. Since we gave you the offensive side for St. Gen, we'll give you the defensive side for the DeSoto Dragons. In the secondary is number 23, Noah Boyer, number 7, Justin Gibbons, and number 9, Hunter Carey. Carey also doubles as the return man for the DeSoto Dragons. A big linebacking core for St. Gen as they line up 3-5-3. Number 16, Dakota Kent on the outside, and number 25, Caleb Dennert, the other outside linebacker. The 3 on the inside are Natron Thomas, number 47, number 34, Kyle Williamson, and number 21, Trey Adams. And the 3 down for DeSoto, 88, Clay Thomas, 77, Ray Steele, and 56, Steven Spidell. I want you to know that our starting lineups are brought to you by Culligan Water in Leadington. Culligan, better water, pure and simple. Just call 573-431-3016. Both teams at midfield with their speaking captains at this time, awaiting the signal after the coin toss. And we'll have this game underway. St. Genevieve comes in at 4-3, one game above 500, but with a completely different roster than what they had a year ago. They had 10 starters leave from a year ago. The one returning starter was Anthony Rowe, but he suffered an injury in training camp, and he's going to miss the entire season. So 11 new faces on the offensive side of the ball for the Dragons, and nearly the same situation on the defense. For DeSoto, they come into this one at 1-6. Their one victory came 2 weeks ago as they hosted Fredericktown, and DeSoto's been in some shootouts this year. They had to rally from being 3 scores behind Fredericktown. Another game earlier in the year, they lost to Windsor 42-40, but in the first quarter it was 21-0 Windsor. DeSoto almost came back to win that one. So you never know what you're going to see out of the DeSoto team as far as offense. One thing that you can guarantee for their offense is Zach Smith to Lamont Allen. Allen having a fantastic year. He's already gotten up to 7 touchdowns through 7 games, so expect him to be in play tonight, to say the least. And Lamont Allen, just a sophomore, and their quarterback, Zach Smith, also a sophomore. So a lot to come in the future for the DeSoto Dragons between Zach Smith and Lamont Allen. Allen made a fantastic catch a week ago, and it's one of the top 5 plays on Huddle right now. That's the video exchange for high school coaches across the country, and his play is sitting in the top 5 right now. He actually went up and over a Hillsboro Hawk defender, and the defender was more in position to make the catch than what Allen was, but Allen came up with the football. And the two teams now taking the field, so things about to get underway in St. Genevieve for St. Gen Dragon homecoming tonight. And St. Jen's going to be kicking off to DeSoto to open this game. Drew Schmelsley, the kicker for St. Genevieve. And you'll see St. Jen is wearing the green uniforms this evening, the green jerseys and white pants. Both these teams green and white, so doubling with white helmets. The only difference really is reversal of pants color and jersey color, as DeSoto has white as their jersey color with green trim and green pants this evening. So 12 minutes on the clock in the first quarter. The ball is on the tee at the 40-yard line. It's time for football once again on Web TV. Schmelsley set to kick this one off. And we're going to have another game underway on MIMOinfo.com. Here we go. Football's in the air. A good kick from Schmelsley. It's going to be fielded at the 5. And coming up the middle is Lamont Allen, now out to the left side. He's going to be met at about the 25-yard line. And a couple of St. Genevieve Dragons get there to him. And this ball is going to be spotted on the 25-yard line as the DeSoto Dragons offense will come out on the field. Just mentioned a moment ago, Zach Smith and Lamont Allen, the focal point for this DeSoto offense. Zach Smith, a 45% completion rate, 6 touchdowns so far this year, but he gets it done on the ground as well, 200 yards on the ground and 4 touchdowns. So things just getting underway as Smith goes into shotgun with Lamont Allen on the near side of the field, fakes the handoff, comes to the near side of the field looking for Allen, goes for the short crossing route, and it is complete just short of the 35-yard line. And that was caught by number 43. That's Matt McLean. So in a quick 8-yard pass, gets the offense going. Now they're going to spread it out a little more than what they did on the prior play. And Allen goes to the far side of the field. Smith sets up in shotgun. Now this handoff's going to go up the middle, bounce it off to the left side. Not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Being brought down just short of the line of scrimmage. That's Justin Gibbons for the DeSoto Dragons. That'll bring up 3rd down. And the ball is going to be spotted just short of the 35-yard line. The officials call a quick timeout, and they're going to say first down after the run. So I guess Gibbons got enough forward progress to move the chains. He needed 2. He gets 3. And the drive stays alive for DeSoto. Just inside of 1 minute off the clock. We're at 10:50. It'll be a 1st and 10 on the 35. Smith in shotgun with a jumbo formation. Now takes the shotgun snap, throws to the near side. It's tipped. It hits Lamont Allen in the hands, but falls incomplete. Lamont Allen, the intended receiver. The ball tipped at the line of scrimmage. It got to Allen, but Logan Reinhardt able to close and make the play on Lamont Allen as the ball arrived and jarred that one loose. So it'll go 2nd and 10. Ball still on the 35-yard line, and the clock will stop at 10:39. So now Lamont Allen on the far side of the field. Again, a jumbo formation, and a pitch off to the far side to Gibbons. Gibbons is going to be met in the backfield, and the football comes out. Gibbons fumbles the football, and St. Genevieve is going to come up with it, and they're deep in DeSoto territory. This ball should be spotted at about the 30-yard line. And Gibbons is going to be charged with the fumble on just his 2nd touch of the game. The moisture tonight, because it's been drizzling all afternoon long, is really going to come into play in the passing game, but there it shows up. And it looks like they're going to say he was down prior to the ball coming loose. And it's going to stay with DeSoto now with a 3rd and 3. And on the far side of the field, Coach Doug Baker changing the play. And Smith in shotgun. And he's going to take the snap, roll to the near side of the field. He's got pressure coming to him. He's got to get rid of the football, throws it over the top, and there's a flag that comes out late, and this ball's intercepted as it hit off the intended receiver, was juggled, and it was picked off. So after you get bailed out, and they say that Gibbons was down before the ball came out, this one may have been intercepted. And the penalty is against DeSoto, so the turnover will stand this time. So on the 3rd passing attempt for Smith, gets picked off, but really you can't charge that one to him. So 1st and 10 for the Dragons, and they're going to be lined up on the DeSoto 33-yard line. So that'll bring out Wyatt Lalamandir and the St. Genevieve Dragon offense. Lalamandir is going to go under center for this first play for the St. Genevieve offense. Myers lined up on the outside of the formation. Giesler's lined up on the near side of the formation, both Gettinger and Brewer in the backfield. Now the handoff to Brewer up the middle, and he's going to be met just across the 30-yard line and rumbles forward for a few more. He won't get the first down, but he's going to get him in a lot better position for second down. It'll be a 2nd and short after Brewer's run. 2nd and 2 now on the 25, lined up on the near hash. Lalamandir goes under center. This one's going to go to Brewer once again. He may have gotten the first down. He's close to the marker. And the FAR official spots him just short, and now it does look like they are going to spot him just short of the first down marker. But Brewer right up the middle on back-to-back plays with success for the Dragons. Going to stay in the big formation. Lalamandir is going to go back under center. It's Schmelzley on the far side of the field as the lone receiver. Now this handoff is going to go to Gettinger. Gettinger is going to bounce it to the left, just outside of the left tackle. He's going to get across the marker for the first down, so that'll keep the drive alive and move the chains as the handoff goes from Brewer to Gettinger on the first 3 plays for the Dragons. Now Schmelzley, the far receiver. Lalamandir's under center, and he gets the snap for the hard count. Makes the DeSoto Dragon front line jump. And that'll be a free 5 for the Dragons, so it'll be a 1st and 5 on the 14-yard line now. And St. Genevieve in great position early in this game. Now Lalamandir back under center. This one's going to go to Brewer. Back to the line of scrimmage. Not much there for him. But the penalty sets up short field anyway, so you can look at it like you got a decent gain. That'll bring up 2nd down and likely 5 yards to go. And 8:01 on the clock as Lalamandir goes back under center. He fakes the handoff to Brewer. Comes out to the outside to Gettinger. Gettinger's going to get across the line of scrimmage, spin before he's met by a pack of DeSoto Dragons. And they bring him down. So a couple there for Gettinger. Will bring up a 3rd and short for St. Genevieve. DeSoto looking to close the drive down. Be a big 3rd down stop if they can get it. And St. Gen looking to keep their drive alive. Their first offensive possession started on the 33. Now Lalamandir is going to hand this one off. No, he's going to roll it out to the right. He's got Schmelzley in the end zone. That's what he's looking for. And he skips it at the goal line, and the pass falls incomplete. Good coverage by the DeSoto secondary out there by Gibbons and Hunter Carey. Brings up 4th and 3 on the 12-yard line. St. Gen likely to keep the offense out. Schmelzley is the kicker, and he's going to line up out to the far side. So they're going to go ahead and line up and go for it on 4th and 3 on the 12-yard line. Lalamandir under center. Handoff to Brewer up the middle. He got a few yards, and he breaks free. He's going to get the first down and a few more. He's going to get across the 5-yard line. So that's going to be a first down for St. Genevieve on 4th and 3. So now it's going to be a first down and goal to go on the 5-yard line. And St. Gen looking to strike early on their homecoming. Schmelzley's going to go to the far side of the field. Hunter Carey lines up in coverage on him. Lalamandir's going to go under center with split backs, Brewer and Gettinger. And the handoff goes up the middle to Brewer. He's going to be short of the end zone, but spotted down at the 2, so give Brewer 3 more yards on his 4th carry. So 2nd and 2 and goal to go. Schmelzley, the lone receiver on the far side. Meyer on the outside of the formation. This one goes to Brewer up the middle to the left side. Touchdown. A 2-yard run for Austin Brewer. Puts 6 on the board for the Dragons. 6:36 to go on the clock, and they strike first. Extra point to come. St. Genevieve has the crowd into it. And if you get the St. Gen offense and the crowd going early, they're going to be tough to beat. So the Dragons of St. Genevieve capitalize on the takeaway and turn it into points. Now Schmelzley lines for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick, and it's away, and it is through. So 7 points on the board in a hurry for the St. Genevieve Dragons. They're going to line up and kick in 30 seconds. We'll be back with St. Gen kicking to DeSoto in just a moment on MIMOinfo.com.
If you're thinking about building, remodeling, or have a project in your future, visit your local County Do-It Center in St. Genevieve and Bloomsdale. You'll find everything needed for the do-it-yourselfer or the professional contractor. From start to finish, they'll have the supplies you want and the experience and information you need. And the Do-It-Best quality paint and primer line is one of the fastest growing private brands in the industry. Their Best Look paint and primer paints carry a full lifetime warranty, so you know they'll stand the test of time beautifully. County Do-It Center, lumber, hardware, and Do-It-Best quality paint. Stop by today.
So after a quick drive that started on the 33-yard line, capped off by a 2-yard run off to the left side by Austin Brewer, extra point up and through. We're at 7-0. And our big drives of the game brought to you by ProCare Automotive in Bonne Terre. So now the ball's lined up just off right to the X, and Schmelzley set to kick off. And a squib. It's going to take a high hop, bounce off of a defender, fielded at the 25-yard line, and brought down just short of the 30. So the drive for DeSoto will start on the 28-yard line. Their first offensive drive ended on an interception. Not really an interception that you can say was on Smith, the quarterback. It kind of went off of a receiver's hands up into the air, and St. Gen's secondary just had the presence of mind and came down with it. A few minutes later, St. Gen on the board. Now DeSoto, offense back out on the field. Smith in shotgun. Lamont Allen, the only receiver on the near side of the field. And Smith is going to pump fake, roll left, throw a pass, and it is complete. About 5 yards there. Gibbons is the receiver. And he'll keep... No, he won't keep his feet in bounds as he's pushed out, and the clock does stop at 6:25. So a 4-yard gain for Gibbons on the pitch and catch. Smith goes back in shotgun, a big formation. A lot of motion out of that backfield. Now the handoff goes up the middle. A few yards there, but not much, and it looks like the football might have come out once again, and the official points towards St. Genevieve. So 2 drives, 2 turnovers, and never crossing midfield. And St. Gen has the crowd fired up, and their offense is coming back out after a successful 33-yard drive. Now they force a fumble, and this drive's going to start on the 35. So a bad set of events for DeSoto early in this game, and St. Gen looking to capitalize on another turnover. And right as the snap happens, a whistle comes in. We'll see what the call is on the field.
Flag on the play.
The flag came out right at the snap, so false start. It's likely the call. You hear it overhead just now. That is false start, so that's going to back the St. Gen Dragons up 5 yards.
First down, 15.
And it'll be a 1st and 15 with now their worst starting field position of the afternoon with the ball on the DeSoto 40-yard line. Lalamadeer is going to go under center with an I formation, hands it off to Brewer. Brewer gets a couple of those yards back, but it's still going to be 2nd and long.
Number 29, Austin Brewer.
Brewer just a couple, but already his 5th carry in this game. So it looks like they're going to give him 2 yards after the spot. But Brewer getting a lot of work so far, 14 yards on 5 carries. Now 2nd and 13 with the ball on the 38. Lalamadeer under center, I formation. Schmelzley is the lone receiver on the near side of the field. Handoff fake to Brewer. Now Gettinger gets in space. In through the linebackers before he's wrestled down. Gets across the 30-yard line. Maybe down to the 27. So 11 yards for Gettinger. And he's got 19 yards on 3 carries. So the St. Gen run game, very effective so far, but it still wasn't enough for a first down, so it'll be 3rd and 2. Same formation, the I formation. The handoff is going to be faked to Brewer. They give it to Gettinger, and he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage, maybe wrestled down short of the first down marker. It's going to be really close. I think where the official has it now, it's a first down. We'll see what they say. If it's not a first down, it's going to be 4th and inches, and now they move the chain, so go ahead and mark it down as a first down for Brewer. So 1st and 10. And the ball on the 24. 5 minutes on the clock. St. Gen looking to add to their lead on this drive. Lalamandir's going to go back under center, split backs behind him. The handoff goes to the left side to Brewer. Brewer's going to spin through the tackles. Broke a lot of tackles. A nice aggressive run for Austin Brewer. Churning the legs, getting up through the middle, getting a few yards. So they're going to spot this one on the 17-yard line. As the clock goes inside of 4.5. 2nd and 3. The handoff going to Gettinger. Gettinger met at the line of scrimmage and stood up this time. I don't think he's going to get the first, maybe a yard there, just on forward progress. So it'll bring up 3rd and short after the 1-yard run from Gettinger. I expect we're going to see a lot of running from St. Genevieve tonight with the sloppy conditions. Thankfully, they've got the turf field, so it's not so bad, but where else does the water have to go than but sit on top of that rubber? Lalamandir under center. Now a pitch to Gettinger to the near side of the field. He's in space. He cuts back inside. Touchdown. Gettinger gets in the end zone from 18 yards out and puts 6 more on the board. 13-0. St. Genevieve Dragons with 3:48 to go in the first quarter. St. Gen's run game is hot tonight. Extra point to come for the Dragons, so a big run from Gettinger to find the end zone. And St. Gen capitalizing on the turnover once again. DeSoto makes back-to-back mistakes on their 2 offensive possessions to open the game, and St. Gen finds the end zone minutes later. We've still got 3:48 to go in the first quarter, and St. Gen with the 13-point lead. And trying to add one more to that with Schmelsley lined up for the extra point. And a whistle comes in right at the snap. So it's a false start on St. Gen. That might change the play call, or we might get a look at how good of a leg Schmelsley has. We'll have to just wait and see a second. Looks like no personnel changes, but really you don't have to change much as far as personnel. So now we're going to see a personnel change. Reinhardt comes off. Brewer comes in. I take it that Brewer was the one with the false start. That's the only personnel change. Extra point team stays on the field. This one's lined up from the 15. Kick up through. That was up and through. That would have been good from 25, 30 yards out. So now it's 14-0, St. Genevieve. And DeSoto is going to have to receive another kick after a touchdown. That'll be in 30 seconds on J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com.
When you've satisfied as many customers as we have over the years, word tends to spread. As our customer base grows, so do we. Bloomsdale Bank is pleased to announce a brand new convenient location on Scenic Drive in Herculaneum that is open to serve you. And so you're not stuck paying someone money to withdraw your own money. We've added ATM service to the new Herculaneum branch and at our Mill Hill Road branch in Bloomsdale. Bloomsdale Bank, connected to our customers since 1914. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
St. Genevieve back into the end zone once again. Now they lead 14-0. It was an 18-yard run by Gettinger to get in the end zone. And now this ball is going to be moved up a great deal after a penalty at the end of the prior play. So now this one is going to be kicked off from the 45-yard line into DeSoto territory. We want you to know all of our big drives of the game brought to you by ProCare Automotive in Bonne Terre. So now this ball is going to be kicked from St. Gen territory, or from DeSoto territory rather. Schmelsley lines up for the kick. Allen back to field it, and here is the kick. This one's going to go deep into the end zone, not even going to try to touch it. And this one, that might have been kicked into the end zone from the original spot. Schmelsley showing off the leg with the extra point he had to kick after a false start penalty. And then showing it off right there, kicking from the 45 out of the back of the end zone and then some. That was about 60 yards off the tee. So here we go again. DeSoto coming out on the field. This time they start on the 20, their worst starting field position so far. They trail 14-0. 2 turnovers have really cost them. And Smith is going to go in shotgun. Lone receivers Lamont Allen, motion from the far side, and a pump fake, and Smith's going to bounce it outside and get nowhere. St. John all over it that time. So the first run by Zach Smith doesn't get anywhere.
Number 5, Zach Smith.
Smith, 200 yards on 53 attempts so far this year with 4 rushing touchdowns, but nothing there for him on that one.
10.
So it'll be a 2nd and 10. Ball on the 20. And just over 3 minutes left to go. Allen on the far side, Smith in shotgun. Takes the snap. Now he's looking towards Allen. Now he's throwing it over the top. Lamont Allen comes up, and this ball hits off of the helmet of the defender. Good coverage there by Logan Seibel on Lamont Allen. Seibel goes 5'9", 150, and Allen, he can jump. He's as a freshman, he plays 6th in state at the high jump. At that time, he got out-jumped by Seibel, but an awkward bounce as the ball goes in the air. Now a 3rd and 10 for DeSoto. Ball hasn't moved off the 20, looking to avoid a 3 and out. They're going to spread it out a little bit this time. Allen's going to go to the far side, or to the near side. Wyatt Hush to the far side, and a 3-receiver set over there. Smith looking to the left side, and he's got to throw it over, and it's going to be intercepted. He forced the throw across the middle, and he's picked off. Seibel, after coming up with the stop of Lamont Allen, now picks one off. And 3 offensive possessions for DeSoto and 3 turnovers before crossing midfield. And St. John again starts a drive in DeSoto territory. This one's going to start on the 35-yard line. And DeSoto is going to regret these turnovers as the game goes on. Now the handoff out of the backfield. It's Gettinger off to the left side. A lot of room for him across the 20 to the 15 to the 10, but a flag deep. And it looks like this one's going to come back. And it's a hold on St. Genevieve, so erase the big run by Gettinger. A hold is likely the reason he had so much space to come to the near side. So that'll back St. John up 5 yards. They'll be looking at a 1st and 15 now. It'll be on the 40-yard line. Same place their previous drive started after a penalty. So history, it sure does repeat itself. A drive that was on the 35, now backed up to the 40, so a 10-yard penalty, back to the 45. Worst starting field position for St. Genevieve. Wallamandeer's going to go under center. Schmelsley's on the near side of the formation, but the pitch out of the backfield to Gettinger across the 40 to the 35 and pushed out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. So 14 yards for Gettinger. It'll still be short of the first down after the penalty. But it'll be 2nd and 6. So not so bad after looking at a 1st and 20. Stops the clock at 2:44 as Gettinger was pushed out of bounds. Now on the near hash. Wallamandeer will go under center. Schmelsley on the outside of the formation to Wallamandeer's left. Brewer and Gettinger in the backfield. And big pressure up front from DeSoto, and the ball comes out, and hands point towards DeSoto. No signal yet. There it is from the official. So this time, St. John not able to capitalize. St. John comes up with a takeaway. So we've seen 4 turnovers in this game already, and we still have 2:38 to go in the first quarter. So rain is causing some issues, to say the least. So 3 turnovers pinned to DeSoto, and they finally get one to go their way, and they're going to line up with Allen as the lone receiver, Smith in shotgun, 2 in the backfield with him. And Smith going to run the read option right up the middle, just a couple yards there.
Carrying ball at time number 3, Charlie Grissom.
Charlie Grissom, the fullback
Get the backfield.
for DeSoto, taking that one up the middle.
Tackle made by number 59.
Didn't get too far with it.
Gone.
2nd and 7. Ball on the 35. Lamont Allen to the far side. Grissom in the backfield, offset as Smith is in shotgun. Now we have motion out of the backfield. The pitch goes to the motion man to the far side. Trying to get around the edge. Barely gets around the edge, maybe a couple yards for him. That was Matt Zarillo coming around the outside edge. Zarillo only able to find a couple yards.
Take it after.
Dakota Kent.
Inside of 2 minutes to go
Third down.
in the first quarter, so it'll be a 3rd and about 7 to go. 3rd and 6. Smith in shotgun. One receiver on the near side is Allen. Now motion is Zarillo. The handoff up the middle to Grissom. Not going to get the first down. Maybe a yard there for him, so it'll be 4th down
Charlie Grissom.
for DeSoto.
Tackle made by number 50.
Trying to avoid the 3 and out. See if they bring out special teams. And there is the special teams unit. And it looks like Lamont Allen is their punter. We've talked all week what kind of an athlete he is. We'll see how good of a punter he is. And he goes ahead and runs the fake and going to get the first down and then a couple extra. But a flag comes down
29.
in the backfield, and it's going to go against DeSoto. So even though he gets the first down, does not matter. He'll be backed up after the penalty. So they needed 3 yards. Lamont Allen on the fake punt got it, but a penalty erases all of it.
Illegal motion.
So now DeSoto will have to back up and likely will punt this time. So if you're going to run a fake, you're only going to do it maybe once in a game. That was the once. It worked, but unfortunately a penalty
Back to punt for
negates any of that success. So now Zarillo is going to kick this one away. And 48 seconds on the clock. And DeSoto's punting, and the snap goes over the punter's head. And he's going to throw it out of the back of the end zone. A flag comes out. So it's going to result in points.
safety.
So 2 points on the safety. Now 16-0. And now St. Genevieve will have the ball come their way. So Zarillo decides to throw it out of the back of the end zone rather than fall on it. But now it's likely that St. Gen will start with great field position with 43 seconds still remaining in the first quarter. Looking at 16-0, DeSoto, and now they have a penalty go against them. So in a deep hole and still in the first quarter. 3 turnovers, a bad snap on a punt,
DeSoto will be punting from
and it's going to be tough to recover from that on St. Gen's homecoming in St. Gen with the way their run game has had success so far. So now the punt team will have to come out for the Dragons after the safety. And there's a good chance that St. Gen will start in their own territory for once, but we'll wait and see before we jump the gun. Want you to know we're brought to you by DeSoto Schools in DeSoto, Bloomsdale Bank in Bloomsdale, Farmington VFW, and Fleegs Equipment in St. Genevieve.
DeSoto will be picking off from their own.
So this will be lined up on the 20. And it looks like number 18, Mason DeRouche, the freshman, will be kicking for DeSoto. Lined up to field this one for St. Genevieve is Andrew DeRouche and Logan Reinhardt, and they're standing on the 30-yard line. Here comes the kick. And it floats. It's going to be fielded At about the 45, crossing midfield is Seibel. Seibel's going to get down to the 40. So again, St. Gen starts in DeSoto territory. They have yet to have to cross midfield other than that play right there. So 35 seconds to go in the first quarter, and St. Gen looking to add to their lead, already up 16-0. Under center is Lalamandir. Pitches into the backfield to Gettinger. Gettinger off to the left side, into open space. Finally caught by the secondary for DeSoto. Gets across the 30 down to about the 25-yard line.
Carry ball at time number 47, Luke Gettinger. That made by number 30.
Gettinger having a couple of runs over 10 yards. He's had an 11, a 20, a 14, and just had a 15-yard run right there. DeSoto backed up once again. 17 seconds to go in the first quarter. Lalamandir under center, hands it off to Gettinger up the middle. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and brought down, so not much there for him. That will likely end our first quarter. And our first quarter comes to a close at 16-0. St. Gen out front on their homecoming. 3 turnovers on the DeSoto Dragons already and a safety. So St. Gen has all of the momentum. We'll see if they can continue that success in 1 minute on MIMOinfo.com.
The faculty and staff at the DeSoto School District number 73 takes this time to congratulate and praise their students and athletes for working hard and for their commitment and dedication to both academics and sports. The DeSoto School District number 73 knows their students and athletes have what it takes to succeed. The hard-working attitude that has brought you this far will lead you into a bright future of success. This message of encouragement brought to you by the DeSoto School District number 73. They say, way to go, Dragons.
VFW 5896 in Farmington announces the Fall Dance open to the public on Saturday, October 24th. Live music from 7 until 11 with a $5 cover charge. That's right, enjoy a night of live music from the County Line Band playing a great variety of music. 100% of all the proceeds support local veterans programs. Food and beverages will be available beginning at 6:30. That's the Fall Dance at the VFW 5896 in Farmington, Saturday, October 24th.
As we await the start of the second quarter, we'll let you know we're brought to you by Earth Mother Health Foods in Farmington, County Do-It-Sitters in St. Genevieve, along with Walmart Supercenter in DeSoto, Oberly Meats in St. Genevieve, and Deb Says So in St. Gen. As we start the second quarter, the Dragons of St. Genevieve out front 16-0, looking at a 2nd and 10 on the 25-yard line. Lalamandir goes under center. The handoff pitched in the backfield to Gettinger. Brewer out front to block. Gettinger off to the left side. A couple of yards there for him before he is brought down. But Gettinger, through 1 quarter, had 8 carries, and that's number 9. And we're just starting the second quarter. It'll be 3rd and 6. Ahead of the St. Genevieve Dragons and 1 yard away from breaking into the red zone. Lalamandir is going to go back under center. The fullback Brewer, halfback Gettinger. The handoff is going to be brought out to the right side to Gettinger, and he's going to be brought down short of the first down marker. A couple of yards there for him, his 10th carry of the afternoon, or evening rather. And now another 4th down situation for St. Genevieve. They converted on their first 4th down. Lalamandir under center this time, and DeSoto shows blitz. That's going to change the play call. Lalamandir and the rest of the offense looking to the near sideline. Gets the play back under center, ready to go. And the pitch off to the left to Gettinger. He's going to get around to the outside, and he's going to get the first down before he's pushed out of bounds. So needed 2, got plenty more. And another 4th down conversion for the St. Gen Dragons. 2 for 2 on 4th down. And looking to get in the end zone, already leading by 16. Lalamandir under center, has been under center all night. Now the handoff is faked. He's going to come out to the near side and throw into the end zone. And he skips it at the goal line, looking to throw it into the end zone. That's the 2nd throw he's made. Both have skipped prior to getting into the end zone. The last time we covered Wyatt Lalamandir. He nearly threw for 300 yards and had 3 touchdowns, but a lot of that was because of Drew Schmelsley going over 150 yards in that game. That was when they hosted Fredericktown here at St. John High School. So 2nd and 10 on the 15 in the red zone, trying to get into the end zone once again. Lalamandir under center, Brewer and Gettinger in the backfield. Fake to Brewer, off to Gettinger, to the right side, going to be brought down just across the line of scrimmage. Gettinger getting a lot of work tonight. That was already his 12th carry. Just 1 yard on carry number 12, setting up 3rd and 9, ball on the 14. And DeSoto is backed up once again. Lalamandir is going to go under center, split backs. Brewer on the left, Gettinger on the right behind him. The handoff is given to one of the St. John Dragons coming around from the right, and that was Logan Reinhardt. Reinhardt was lined up on the right side in the slot, came around. A little bit of trickery for St. Genevieve, but it didn't work out too well. It'll bring up 4th and 11 after Reinhardt loses a couple. So let's see if St. John can convert on 4th and 11, but we'll do that after the timeout. They take a break, so do we. Back in 30 seconds with a 4th and 11 on the 16-yard line, and St. John out front 16-0. That's next on MIMOinfo.com.
Are you dreaming thoughts of football, sports logo items, and the popular Letterman jackets? Deb Says So in St. Genevieve carries everything you need. But that's not all. Deb Says So also carries DMC thread and quilting supplies. They offer screen printing, embroidery, and now window decals. In their baby section, look for Gund brand bears and blankets. Deb Says So, located on St. Genevieve Drive, next to McDonald's in St. Genevieve.
So here we go, 4th and 11. The St. John offense is on the DeSoto 16 and trying to get into the end zone. They're on the 16, need 11 for the first down, so room for the first down. Lalamandir is going to go under center with a lot of down across the line. And now rolling out to the right side, throwing back across the field. So after nearly slipping and falling and being caught in the backfield, Lalamandir throws back across his body, something you don't want a quarterback to do. Intended receiver was Brewer. Brewer had a chance to actually come up with it, but he slipped. So it just goes down as an exciting incompletion, but now DeSoto has to start on their own 16. So deep in your own territory, your offense has already had 3 turnovers. The special teams, 1 bad snap, and it doesn't get any easier from here. Lamont Allen on the near side of the field, the lone receiver. Smith in shotgun. Now motion is Zarillo. The handoff comes up the middle, and it looks like that was Grissom. Grissom not able to get a whole lot going. When you can't really get up to speed, you don't have the momentum going for your fullback to be effective. So no gain for Grissom. 3 carries, 4 yards. Now a 2-receiver set. That's on the near side. And Smith is in shotgun. Motion is Lamont Allen. The handoff is going to be pulled out at the last minute. And coming up and getting across the 25 as the ball pops out. And this time recovered by DeSoto. So nearly another turnover for the DeSoto Dragons. Results in a first down. A little bit of a unique play as Lamont Allen went into motion out of the tight end position on the far side of the field, came to the near side. They faked the handoff to him. It ends up with Gibbons up the middle. Gibbons gets a few yards before he fumbles, but DeSoto able to fall on it and keep the drive alive. Now 2 receivers go to the far side. Allen's going to go in motion. They're going to hand it off to him this time. Not much there for him. And maybe just a yard for Lamont Allen on the carry. So after using him as a decoy on the previous play, they run the similar thing from the opposite side, but nothing there for Lamont Allen. 8:19 to go in the second quarter. And DeSoto backed up into their own territory after a 4th down stop to keep the St. Genevieve Dragons out of the end zone. They already lead St. Gen 16-0. Now lining up with 2 receivers on either side for the first time tonight, and Smith is going to pitch it into the backfield, and nowhere to go out of the backfield for DeSoto tonight. The front line is getting it done for St. Genevieve. That was number 16, Dakota Kent, on the carry. And he didn't get any further than any of the other DeSoto running backs have all night long. He lost a yard. So 3rd and 11 on the 26. A 2-receiver set. Lamont Allen on the far side. Gibbons goes into motion into the slot. Now with a 3-receiver set, Coach Baker changing the play call. Smith is lined up in shotgun with Grissom off to his right. He takes the snap, rolls right. He's going to come up, has to get rid of it. A lot of pressure. He's going to be brought down. Nowhere to go for Smith. Didn't have time for the routes to develop. St. Gen closed in the backfield and brought him down. Maybe a yard there.
4th down.
And it brings up 4th down, and DeSoto's going to be forced to punt. It's Zarillo back to punt, so after Lamont Allen lined up to kick on the first play, that was all just a trick. Now a clean snap to Zarillo. The kick gets away, and it's not going to cross midfield. Yes, it does cross midfield, and it takes a DeSoto bounce, and it's going to be touched at the 34-yard line. So St. Gen going to start a drive in their own territory for the first time tonight. It took till 6:26 to go in the second quarter for St. Gen to start a drive in their own territory. DeSoto's defense, I won't say stood tall on the previous drive for St. Genevieve, but they did keep them out of the end zone. If they can come up with a stop here and score before halftime, momentum won't be so far on St. Genevieve's side, but Lalamandir goes under center and hands it off out of the backfield to Gettinger. He's going to be ripped down just a couple yards in. It was Charlie Grissom on the stop. Gettinger with his 13th carry already. Getting a lot of action. 2nd and 7 coming up. We'll be inside of 6 minutes on the next play. Ball is on the St. Gen 36-yard line. Split backs behind Lalamandir. It's DeRouche and Brewer. Now DeRouche out to block. Brewer gets the handoff, and he's brought down just across the line of scrimmage. Getting there for the tackle, number 88, Clay Thomas for DeSoto. Brewer only gets a yard or 2. So a third down and 6 for St. Gen. Schmelsley's going to go out to the far side. Looks like he'll be the only receiver. Meyer on the end of the formation on the near side is the tight end. DeRouche and Brewer in the backfield. The handoff goes to Brewer, and he's going to break through and get across for the first down. Just a yard past it, but he gets it nonetheless. So a 7-yard carry for Brewer. And DeSoto had St. Gen in a precarious position. They were at a 3rd and 6, couldn't stand up and shut down the run game, and St. Gen is going to move it down the field. Ball sits on the 45 on the far hash mark, and a 1st and 10 for St. Genevieve. Schmelsley on the near side of the field is the lone receiver. DeRouche and Brewer in the backfield. Handoff goes to Brewer again, off to the outside, and maybe 5 yards there for Brewer as he gets stood up right at midfield, and a flag comes in late, and there's a helmet on the field. Something just tells me that that's going to be 15 yards against DeSoto. No signal yet. The official's still at midfield. A little conference there. The flag is in St. Genevieve territory on the 44. Now it's going the other way, very surprisingly. So after the way DeSoto's luck has been going so far this evening, I really expected it to go against them, but it backs St. Genevieve up to the 35, their own 35-yard line, after they had just crossed midfield. So erase the run from Brewer to get into DeSoto territory. Now 1st and 20 on the St. John 35. A big formation for St. John, and the handoff goes to Brewer. Brewer able to get 7 yards of that penalty back, but still short of the 45, just across the 40. And before that penalty, St. John was in DeSoto territory, so DeSoto catches a break. Now a 2nd and 13 on the 42. The lone receiver on the near side is Schmelzley. DeRouche and Brewer in the backfield. The handoff goes to Brewer again with DeRouche out front, and Brewer's going to break a tackle and get into open space across the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Austin Brewer. A monster run for Brewer off the left side, breaking it into the end zone and putting 6 on the board for St. Genevieve. 58 yards. And Brewer gets into the end zone. They had him stood up, and Brewer just muscled through it and went all the way down the sideline and into the end zone. Now 22-0 in favor of the St. John Dragons, with Schmelzley set to kick. So now a 3-score lead at minimum with 2-point conversions. And still 4 to go in the first half. Oh, here's the kick. It's up, and it is through. So Schmelzley, perfect so far on the extra points. And now 23-0. St. Genevieve is rolling on their homecoming. 4:04 left to go in the first half. And St. John will kick off to DeSoto in 30 seconds on J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com.
Walmart Supercenter in DeSoto is a great place to get everything you need for any occasion in your life. From a great selection of food, including a fresh deli and bakery, to all the latest trends in clothing, electronics, housewares, hunting supplies, and more. And special occasions, Walmart Supercenter in DeSoto stocks everything that you need for birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, and more. Walmart Supercenter in DeSoto. Always a good choice. Save money, live better, Walmart.
I think the DeSoto football team needs to shop at Walmart to save money and live better, because it's not going well for them tonight. They're already down 3 scores, and 4 minutes still remain in the first half. So there's the kick. It's going to stay on the ground. A squib bounces over the second layer, through the third layer, and Lamont Allen has to pick it up deep in DeSoto territory, and he had a knee on the ground when he picked it up, so skipped off of 3 different people for DeSoto. So the squib works to perfection, as DeSoto now starts an offensive possession inside of their own 20 after having the last one start inside their own 16, or on their own 16-yard line. So the night's not getting any easier for the Dragons of DeSoto. Now looks like they're going to send Lamont Allen to the far side of the field. Smith in shotgun. 3 in the backfield. Smith off to the right is Grissom. Now Smith rolls off to the right side. He's going to throw, and he throws one low. Nowhere to go with it. So a good move for Smith just to throw that one away. And just has 2 completions on 5 attempts for 12 yards. Well, the clock stops at 3:52. It'll be 2nd and 10 as this drive is starting on the 16-yard line, just as the previous drive did. So Lamont Allen lines up on the near side of the field. Smith in shotgun. Grissom moves. Now Zarillo in motion. The flag comes out, and Smith is going to go up the middle. Nowhere for him to go. 2 men in motion in the backfield. Illegal procedure once again on DeSoto. So 2nd and 10 on the 16-yard line, and it's going to back up even further. We're brought to you this evening by DeSoto Schools in DeSoto, Bloomsdale Bank in Bloomsdale, and the Farmington VFW. 3:48 to go in the first half, and it's 23-0 St. John. So after the illegal motion in the backfield,
Replay second down.
St. John has DeSoto pinned very deep. And the offense for the DeSoto Dragons hasn't looked that great this evening. Now the 2nd and 14 on the 12-yard line. Smith in shotgun, a 2-receiver set. That's Allen on the near side. In motion out of the backfield is Grissom. Smith looking back, throwing it over the top, has a receiver there, and it's caught and pushed out of bounds at about the 30-yard line.
Pass complete to number 16, Dakota Kent.
That catch by Dakota Kent.
Number 21, Logan Reinhardt. First down.
So it'll move the chains and keep the drive alive for DeSoto. It looks like they spot him at about the 29-yard line, so 17 yards for Kent. And again, 2-receiver set. That's Lamont Allen on the near side. Kent going into motion off to the right side. The handoff pulled out by the last minute by Smith. Smith's going to run off to the right side. He had a little bit more than what he actually got. Decided to make an extra move, 5 yards up. Didn't work out for him, but he got 6 out of it. That'll bring us inside 3 minutes on the next play. One update for St. John is on the sideline right now is Gettinger, who's having a monster first half, and his arm is wrapped up. Now 2:50 and counting. Smith in shotgun, 2-receiver set, awaits the snap. Here it is. Fakes the handoff up the middle and throws it over and hit his receiver in the hands. Intended for Gibbons, hit him in the numbers, and he was across the first down marker, doesn't come up with it, so now 3rd and 4 on the 35, and the clock stops at 2:40. So what would have been a first down is dropped by Gibbons. So now a 4-receiver set for the first time tonight for DeSoto. Smith takes a shotgun snap, and they hand it off up the middle, not going to get the first down. Handoff goes to Grissom. He's going to get close to it, but maybe a yard or two short, depending on if they give him that forward progress. They should. Doesn't look like they're going to at the spot. Will still be 2 yards short. DeSoto's offense having a hard time getting going. Had 3 turnovers on their opening 3 drives. 2 of those were turned into points by the Dragons. A bad snap resulted in a safety. And now here comes a fake to Lamont Allen out of the backfield. And Allen's going to jump over a man, and he might have gotten the first down. An athletic play for Lamont Allen. The official on the near side of the field spots him short. And now they're going to go ahead and move the chain. So Lamont Allen, on the second fake punt of the night, gets 3 yards and moves the chains and keeps that drive alive for DeSoto. 2:02 on the clock, and you want anything but the St. John offense to come back out. Now a 2-receiver set, 2 tight ends, 1 in the backfield. Now in motion is Gibbons. Smith back to throw over the middle, and the throw a little bit behind the intended receiver, Kent. And he's not going to come up with it. A fairly decent move to try and come up with it, but a little bit too far behind him. Smith, just a sophomore, has 2 more years at this to grow into the role, but I think with Lamont Allen there with him, I think he'll have great success over the next 2 years. Tonight, it's not going to be easy to get the offense moving against this St. Genevieve defense. Again, 4 receivers. Lamont Allen, the lone receiver on the far side. Smith in shotgun, takes the snap, looks to the near side of the field. Now to the far side. He checks everybody off, so Knight's there, and he overthrew the intended receiver, Allen. That's nice for a sophomore receiver. Smith looked to the left side to check the safety off and go back to Allen on the far side. To be a 16-year-old kid and understand what you can do just by looking off the secondary is very impressive. Overthrew the intended receiver, though. So now 3rd and 10. Not a lot of time has come off the clock on this drive for DeSoto. Just over a minute and 15 seconds. But we're inside of 2 minutes to go. Now spread this time for the Dragons of DeSoto. And Smith comes to the near side after the shotgun snap, and he's going to throw it. And again, hit in the numbers. And Gibbons can't come up with the catch. Hit him square in the chest and not able to come up with it. That's twice that Gibbons has dropped passes that hit him in the hands or on the numbers in what would have been first down area. So that's going to bring out special teams for DeSoto. Again, it's Lamont Allen deep. I don't think they're going to run the fake from 10 yards out, but don't quote me on that. Now Lamont Allen's going to go ahead and kick. A much better kick than what we saw the previous play for St. John. And DeSoto has a chance to down this. And they're going to say that it went off of the foot of the second guy closing. So a nice pursuit to get down there. Just a couple of bounces late. And the St. Genevieve offense will come out with 93 seconds to go in the first half. And they're going to start this on their own 20. But plenty of time for him to get down the field. But it looks like they're going to have to do that without Gettinger, who's still on the sideline with his right arm taped up. So maybe a little bit different attack in the running game. Lalamadeer is going to go under center of DeRouche as the fullback. Brewer as the halfback. And it goes to Brewer. And a couple of yards there for him before he's brought down. The clock will continue to run. 1:25 and counting after a 2-yard gain for Brewer. That's Brewer's 10th carry of the game. Gettinger had already had 13, but he's been on the sideline much of the second quarter. Lalamadeer back under center with the I formation to Brewer, and Brewer's going to be brought down in the backfield. And they let him get stood up and driven backwards before they blow the whistle. Well, no gain there for Brewer on his 11th carry of the evening. As Gettinger, unfortunately injured and having to watch all this take place. 45 seconds on the clock with a 3rd and 7. And Lalamadeer going to go with that I formation again, and DeSoto is going to bring pressure. Lalamadeer sees it. Clock continues to run, 15 on the play clock. And now back under center is Lalamadeer with the play call. DeRouche and Brewer in the eye behind him. And the handoff is going to go to Brewer, and he's going to be crushed right at the line of scrimmage. A big hit, number 77, Ray Steele, with our first crown collision of the evening. With 17 seconds on the clock, it'll bring up 4th down for St. John. Looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field. DeSoto calls a timeout. They'll take a break. We'll do the same. We're back with the conclusion of the first half in 30 seconds on MIMOinfo.com.
Did you know that Earth Mother Health Foods, LLC, is owned and operated by our family for 24 years here in Farmington? This is Mary Lee. I would like to thank all of our customers for allowing myself and our well-informed staff to help you live a healthier life the natural way. We have expanded to now 4,000 square feet to include V-Tree Originals, custom tie-dye and art by our daughter, Vicki the Artist. That's Earth Mother Health Foods in downtown Farmington.
Just 17 seconds remain in our first half. St. John out front 23-0 on St. John Dragon homecoming night. It'll be a 4th down when we get back underway. Not a lot of time left in this one. And St. John in control, to put it lightly. Schmelsley working out the leg, so this is going to be kicked from inside the 10 with 17 seconds on the clock. And it'll be Gibbons back to field it. Here's the snap. It bounces. Schmelsley barely gets it away. It's a low skipper, and it's going to get across midfield. No, it won't. It hits off of a St. Genevieve Dragon. And DeSoto with their best starting field position with 8 seconds on the clock is the unfortunate side of it. They're going to start a drive on the 49-yard line. Some of our other games around the listening area, and we'll start with those on the airwaves. Windsor leads Perryville 19-7. Pius over Crystal 20-0. And Vianney over Farmington 21-0. And Valley Catholic leads Herculaneum 30-0. Potosi and North County are scoreless in the first, along with Grandview and St. Vincent scoreless in the first. Jefferson leads Chaffee 6-0 at halftime. So we might see 1 or 2 plays here, and they're going to have to go deep. 2 receivers. It's Allen on the near side of the field. Smith is in shotgun. Takes the snap, looks to the near side, and it's batted down right at the line of scrimmage. A good play up front. Getting up and getting the hands on it. That's A.J. Gons. He goes 6'4", 190. And he got his 6'4" frame up in the air and blocked that one down. We'll have another timeout called by the DeSoto Dragons. That'll give us a quick chance to run down our scoreboard. You can find that scoreboard at MIMOinfo.com. Just go to MIMOinfo.com and click the red banner at the top of the page. And on that scoreboard, you'll find all of the scores around the listening area updated by our own Jared Lucas at the studio. And right now, Hillsboro out front over Poplar Bluff, 27-15 in the second. Jefferson leads Chaffee 6-0 at halftime. Central over Dexter, 27-14 in the second. Fox and Northwest are scoreless in the first. Festus and St. Charles dueling it out, but it's Festus out front 24-20 in the second. Fredericktown leads New Madrid County Central 16-0 at halftime. And Jackson all over Seckman in the second, 28-0. So we get set for our final play of the first half. 4 seconds to go. This one's got to go into the end zone if you're the DeSoto Dragons. Smith is going to have to throw this one from beyond midfield, and he's going to throw it to the near side to Lamont Allen, and they're going to try and pitch it. It's going to result in a fumble and end our first half. So 24 minutes later, and it's the St. Gen Dragons up 23-0 on their homecoming. They forced 3 turnovers in the first half, all in the first quarter, and a safety. The downside for St. Genevieve, even though they lead this one 23-0, Luke Gettinger missed much of the second quarter with his right arm taped up. But nonetheless, leading this one 23-0 on homecoming night. So we're just about to start half number 2 of St. Genevieve hosting DeSoto, as homecoming festivities have come to a close at halftime. And the Dragons are going to start the second half with a large lead at 23-0. The DeSoto offense struggled mightily in this contest through the first half. 3 turnovers and 1 safety. 2 of those 3 turnovers resulted in points. And obviously the safety resulted in a 2-pointer. And DeSoto will open the second half with the football. One thing that we're going to have to watch as we go into the second half is Gettinger for St. Genevieve spent the second quarter on the sidelines after racking up 81 yards through 13 carries. Trying to find him on the sideline. I don't see him just yet. But I don't think he'll be back out there the way it looked. So now DeSoto has to kick off to start this third quarter. It's number 18, Mason DeRouche, kicking off for DeSoto. Back to kick, or back to field to kick, is number 20 for St. Genevieve on the far side. That's Andrew DeRouche. And on the near side, number 21, Logan Reinhardt. So a freshman for DeSoto set to kick off to open up our third quarter. Here comes the kick, and we're back to playing football, and it's an onside kick, and it looked like DeSoto came up with it. So a way to be for DeSoto to come up and go ahead for the onside kick and recover. Down 23-0. Show and fight, going for the onside kick and recovering it to open the third quarter, and I don't think St. Gen was prepared for that one. So this drive is going to start in St. Gen territory for the DeSoto Dragons. And surprisingly, it's their offense coming back out. Smith will line up in shotgun. Allen on the far side is the only receiver. And that's Grissom in the backfield. Grissom's going to be the key, and he gets the fake handoff. Smith runs it up the middle for about 9 yards. And at the end of the play, they're going to say he loses the football, and it's St. Genevieve football. So after recovering the onside kick, a 5-yard run by Smith, but he coughs up the football at the end of it. And St. Gen is going to get the football anyway. So erase the onside kick and give DeSoto their 4th turnover. Now St. Gen's offense comes back out. They're going to start on the 39-yard line. So 11 seconds in, we see an onside kick and a turnover, and St. Jen's offense is out. Lalamandir now hands it off, and it's going to be bounced through the middle, but brought down right at the line of scrimmage was Austin Brewer.
Tackle made by number 77, Ray Steele.
Still no sign of getting her. He was injured at the end of the first quarter, missed the second quarter, and I don't think he'll be back tonight. So now Lalamandir is going to go back under center, and the handoff is going to go to Brewer off the right side, and Brewer jukes his way into the linebackers. And another 6 yards, maybe 7 for Brewer.
Made by number 23.
That's his 13th carry of the afternoon or evening.
Third down. 2.
He's just short of 100 yards. So now 3rd and 2 for St. Genevieve. And the hard count from Lalamandir gets DeSoto to show blitz. DeSoto only has 2 down linemen. Everybody else lined up as a linebacker except for Gibbons. So now we have a whistle, and we have a timeout for St. Genevieve early in the second half. 10:31 still on the clock, and St. Gen calls a timeout. We'll tell you that we're brought to you by DeSoto Schools in DeSoto, Bloomsdale Bank in Bloomsdale, Farmington VFW, Fleegs Equipment in St. Gen, and Earth Mother Health Foods in Farmington. So Brewer has 13 carries and 91 yards through just over a half of football. And Gettinger, who was the feature back to open the evening for the St. Genevieve Dragons, had 81 yards on 13 carries. And much of that was through one quarter, but we will likely not see Gettinger for the rest of the evening after what looked like a right arm injury. We'll have to ask Coach Stolzer after the game what exactly is the situation there. So now a 3rd and 2 on their own 47. St. Jen's offense trying to extend their drive. Lalamandir will go under center. It's Brewer in the backfield. And the pitch goes to Brewer, and he's going to get the first down, break through across midfield, and brought down short of the 40. So 12 yards for Brewer on the carry. And that's going to put him over 100 on the day. 14 carries for 103. The drive stays alive, and the chains move for St. Gen. They currently lead this 23-0. Able to capitalize on a couple of turnovers early in this one. Then a big run from Brewer. And now marching down the field once again. They're going to put Lalamandir under center. The handoff into the backfield. It's Brewer. Brewer's going to get across the line of scrimmage, but not much further. So a couple more for him. And he's putting together a nice night. Over 100 yards, a touchdown, a 58-yard touchdown run. And the clock's going to continue to run for St. Genevieve. You can pretty much take your time if you're St. Gen through the entire second half with a 3-score lead. And it's a tough 3-score lead with it being 23-0. Lalamandir is going to go under center with an I formation behind him. It's Brewer deep in the backfield. Handoff likely will go to Brewer. It does. And no, he pulls it out at the last minute. Does Lalamandir back to the line of scrimmage. A yard there for him. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 6 yards for St. Gen. Lalamandir with the play fake. A little read option to keep it himself, but didn't get much out of it. About 3rd and 5 or 6 for St. Gen coming up. We're inside of 9 minutes already, so a lengthy drive. And still 37 yards away from the end zone. But now a 3rd and 5 with Brewer lined up in a single back formation. The pitch goes to Brewer. He's going to come to the left side, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 35. So a couple there for him. But it'll be a 4th and short coming up. And DeSoto's defense, they need to come up with a stop. St. John can kind of put it in cruise control if their run game is as successful in the second half as it was in the first half. 4 yards away from first down. The offense stays out on the field. Lallemand is going to go under center with the I formation and Brewer deep in the backfield. Now the blitz comes up for DeSoto. It looked like DeSoto was going to send 7. Now they're going to back up. Check the play for St. John, and now the pitch into the backfield. It's Brewer, and he's not going to get the first down, so that'll be a turnover on downs. So out of the 4 fourth downs that St. John has had tonight, the first 2 they converted, the second 2 they do not. And now the DeSoto offense comes out onto the field. So St. John started that drive just 10 seconds in to the third quarter, nearly used up 4 minutes, just over 3.5. Now DeSoto's offense has a chance to come back out. Hasn't put any points on the board yet. Haven't had much action across midfield, really. And now the handoff into the backfield goes to Lamont Allen. Allen doesn't get much to it as A.J. Gons gets in the backfield. Picks Allen up, puts him into the turf. That'll go down for a few yards as a loss. See how many they actually back him up. As he went forward and then was driven back. So it's a 3-yard loss. And after that, Lamont Allen has 3 carries for 1 yard. A shotgun formation once again for Smith and DeSoto, and Smith is going to pull the handoff out late, pitch it outside to Gibbons. Gibbons going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but not any further than that. So it'll be a 3rd and long for DeSoto. St. John a couple of stops away from getting the football back. DeSoto's offense has struggled so far. Their main offensive weapon, Allen, has really been held out of this game, and now DeSoto lines up with a 4-receiver set, 3 on the near side, 1 on the far side. The lone receiver on the far side is Allen. The shotgun snap goes to Smith. Smith looking downfield, throws one deep, and this might be intercepted. Schmelzley picks it off. Schmelzley picks it off at about the 45-yard line. The 3rd interception for the DeSoto or the St. John defense. The sophomore quarterback, Zach Smith, for DeSoto, has thrown 3 of them away through 3 quarters. So the St. John offense will come back out with 7:10 on the clock. Barely a minute passed since their offense was already out. Lallemand is going to go under center with a I formation. The handoff goes to Brewer. Brewer up through the middle, across midfield, a spin move. He's in open space to the 30, the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, St. John. Austin Brewer, another big run once again. 2 long touchdown runs for Austin Brewer, and now it's 29-0. St. John with 6:59 on the clock, and the extra point coming up next. A monster run by Austin Brewer. St. John is rolling, trying to get the running clock into effect, and they're not far away. The extra point goes up and through. It'll be a 30-point game, and all 30 unanswered. The snap, the hold, the kick. It's up and through. 30-0. St. John is dominating their homecoming over DeSoto tonight. And St. John will kick off to the DeSoto and bring their offense out. But that'll be in 30 seconds on J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com.
If you're thinking about building, remodeling, or have a project in your future, visit your local County Do-It Center in St. Genevieve and Bloomsdale. You'll find everything needed for the do-it-yourselfer or the professional contractor. From start to finish, they'll have the supplies you want and the experience and information you need. And the Do It Best quality paint and primer line is one of the fastest growing private brands in the industry. Their best look paint and primer paints carry a full lifetime warranty, so you know they'll stand the test of time beautifully. County Do-It Center, lumber, hardware, and Do It Best quality paint. Stop by today.
St. John, a big run, the second big run of the night for Brewer. Gets into the end zone for 59 yards that time. The first one was for 58, so 2 runs, and he's put over 100 yards in, and both of them are touchdowns. Not to mention the other 14 touches he's had. Your big drive's brought to you by ProCare Automotive in Bonne Terre. Now, a squib kick for St. John, and it's nearly fielded by St. John on the 20-yard line. But falling on it is Matt Zarillo for DeSoto. And that'll bring the DeSoto Dragon offense out onto the field. And they've had a rough go of it this evening. 4 turnovers. It's 3 interceptions and a fumble. Plus, they've had a safety on special teams. So they're going to try to get something going to try to get into the end zone. Trailing by 30. It's going to be extremely tough sledding for them to get back into this game. And Smith is going to line up in shotgun. Allen, the lone receiver. Zarillo in motion. The pitch to Zarillo over to the far side of the field. And he's not going to be able to get around the corner, pushed out of bounds before even getting back to the line of scrimmage. The St. John defense is coming up and shutting down everything that DeSoto is trying to do tonight. Just nothing there in the run game, nothing there in the passing game. When they try to go to the pass, it's just getting picked off.
2nd down.
9 attempts so far for Smith this evening, 3 interceptions and just 3 completions. So he's completed as many to his own receivers as he has to the secondary for St. John. Now Allen's going to line out on the far side, Smith in shotgun. A tight formation once again. He takes the snap, and he's looking off to his left, and he's thrown it deep over the top. Lamont Allen overthrown. He was the intended receiver. He had him in stride. It was Seibel in coverage. Seibel's already picked one off tonight. And now the clock stops at 6:39. It'll be 3rd and long coming up for the DeSoto offense. Just not able to move the football tonight. They've had weeks where they put up 40 points. And now they're having 30 hung on them and a lot of time still to go. Now a 4-receiver set for DeSoto, 2 on either side. Smith takes the shotgun snap, looks to the near side of the field, rolling out, has to make a defender miss. He's going to make them all miss. He's going to run over to the far side. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's just about it. Maybe a couple there for him. Nearly brought down in the backfield. It brings up 4th and 8. DeSoto's going to be forced to punt. And they're going to punt from deep in their own territory. And Zarillo back to kick this one. Zarillo's kicked a pair and Allen's kicked a pair. Reinhardt back to field it. Just across midfield, still standing inside the St. John logo. And St. Genevieve's offense is going to come back out. As this punt's not even going to clear the first down marker. And it's going to be fielded at the 28-yard line. So St. John's going to start a drive on the DeSoto 28. Great starting field position for the St. John offense. And they're 1 score away from putting this into a running clock. Didn't expect that. Talking about this game earlier today, I didn't think that we would see a running clock tonight, as the St. John offense hasn't been spectacular this season, but the run game's looking great tonight, and that's minus Luke Gettinger. Now an I formation. Schmelsley, the lone receiver. The handoff goes to Brewer. Brewer's going to bounce it outside, make a couple guys miss into the secondary, drives across the 20 down to the 16-yard line. So a 12-yard run for Brewer, just adding to his day. His 18th carry. And just dominating DeSoto. We're at 6:08 and counting. The next St. Genevieve score will put us into a running clock as Lalamadir goes in the I formation. Brewer takes the handoff to the left side, jukes through the second line, across the 10 down to the 7 or 8 yard line. So every time that Brewer has touched the ball in the second half, other than his very first carry, 7 yards, 12 yards, 2 yards, 2 yards, then the 59, a 12, and an 8. Just not being brought down. DeSoto can't stop the run. Again, the I formation for St. Gen. Lalamandir pitches to Brewer in the backfield. Jumps, cuts through the middle, into the end zone. 6 more for the St. Gen Dragons. 36-0, a 9-yard run for Austin Brewer, his 3rd touchdown of the evening. Austin Brewer and St. Gen just rolling along. 5:17 on the clock. And about to add 1 more. Schmelsley's been perfect on the extra points this evening. So just 3 pass attempts tonight for St. Gen, all 3 incompletions. And that was the 20th carry for Brewer. Gettinger had 13, and Reinhardt's had 1. Lalamandir's had 1. Here comes the extra point. Snap, hold, kick. Up and through, 37-0. 37-0. St. Gen is getting it done on their homecoming. Homecoming festivities, not an issue. 5:17 on the clock, 37-0. St. Gen out front. We have a kickoff coming up in 30 seconds on MIMOinfo.com.
When you've satisfied as many customers as we have over the years, word tends to spread. As our customer base grows, so do we. Bloomsdale Bank is pleased to announce a brand new convenient location on Scenic Drive in Herculaneum that is open to serve you. And so you're not stuck paying someone money to withdraw your own money. We've added ATM service to the new Herculaneum branch and at our Mill Hill Road branch in Bloomsdale. Bloomsdale Bank, connected to our customers since 1914. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
A drive that started on the 28, capped off by a 9-yard touchdown run for Austin Brewer, his 3rd. That's right, 3rd touchdown of the evening. And St. Genevieve, 37-0 over DeSoto. 5:17 to go in the 3rd quarter, and Schmelsley kicks off, and it's a squibber, and it's recovered by St. Gen. Unbelievable. That's it. Just unbelievable. St. Gen can do no wrong. 5:14, 3 seconds later, St. Gen's offense coming back out with a 37-point lead. St. Gen is just doing everything they can possibly do to make the homecoming crowd get into this thing, and I'll tell you, that's not something you have to try hard to do for the St. Gen crowd. They pretty much get into it regardless, and the clock now starts ticking. And now here comes the St. Gen offense. Quarterback Wyatt Lalamandir leading the way. But really leading the way tonight is Austin Brewer. Brewer, 195 yards on 20 carries, 3 touchdowns. And the handoff is going to not go to Brewer this time. He's a decoy and brought down in the backfield. St. Gen switching it up just a little bit. Handing that one off to number 39, Nick Bowling. Not much there for Bowling as he loses 3 yards. And the clock is just going to run from here on out. 4:14 and counting. Running clock into effect when a 35-point deficit comes into play. Lalamandir with a split back formation. This one to Bowling again. Nowhere for him to go. Going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. So Bowling's going to lose a couple again. And St. Genevieve is just rolling along tonight. So this is the only drive they've really had issues with, but I imagine with a 37-point lead, you're going to get some other guys some looks. And that's exactly what's taking place. Now an I formation. Lalamandir under center, Schmelsley, the lone receiver. The handoff is going to be fake to Bowling, up to Brewer. Brewer's going to break through. He's not going to get the first down, but he gets a good way there. And he gets up to the 44-yard line. So 9 yards for Brewer, just adding to his total. 21st carry of the day. And that puts him over 200, now at 204. So a great night for Austin Brewer. Unfortunately, the reason he's getting so many carries is Luke Gettinger is injured his right arm. Now here comes Schmelsley to punt. He hasn't had much action tonight. Nobody back to field it for DeSoto. And a flag comes in. And let's see who this goes against. Likely a false start, but who's it going to be on? There's the signal. It's going to go against St. Genevieve, so it'll be a 4th and 12.
Start, St. Genevieve.
Well, they'll be bringing the punt team back out. Now DeSoto, with the extra room, is going to bring somebody out to field it. And that's going to be Justin Gibbons. Gibbons stands on the 15-yard line. Schmelsley just beyond the 40. The snap bounces, and the kick nearly blocked. It's going to go straight up into the air, take a big-time St. Genevieve hop, and go all the way down to the 20-yard line. Even the ball is bouncing the St. Genevieve Dragons' way tonight. Everything is going towards St. Genevieve's favor. And now, 2 minutes and 18 seconds, and the clock just continues to run with a 37-0 lead for St. Gen on homecoming night. Oh, an explosion of offense on homecoming night. And if things stay this way, St. Gen will go 5-3 on the season. That'll essentially lock them into a winning record. Inside of 2 minutes, play clock at 15. Regardless of what happens, the clock won't stop. Now 10 on the play clock, and DeSoto still not set. Now 5 on the play clock. Now they're set. In motion from the far side. And Smith takes a shotgun snap. Nowhere for him to go. He's going to have to throw this one away. Throws it downfield and out of bounds. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Ball will stay on the 20-yard line. And it's going to take a lot of time for him to come back and get set. The running clock is going to do all but kill their hopes of getting back into this. We'll be at 1:10 before they even get the play call. Now they break out of the huddle with 65 seconds to go in the third quarter. Smith in shotgun, just a one receiver set, 2 tight ends. Now, Smith takes a shotgun snap, rolls off to his left side. He's going to go ahead and keep it and go up to the left side. Just a few yards there for him. So not much there for the DeSoto offense. Continuing to run the football, not had much success running or passing the ball this evening.
3rd down.
So just a couple for Smith. Brings up 3rd and short. And this time he's going to keep it himself once again. Off to the left side, short of the first down marker. It'll bring up 4th and short. And it'll be tough for him to get a play off before the end of the third quarter.
Tackle made by number 59.
15 seconds to go. And they'll be facing a 4th down. Play clock is still at 25. But they're not going to get a play off. 3, 2, 1. End of the third quarter. And it's 37-0. St. Gen dominating on homecoming night. We'll have the start of the fourth quarter coming up in 1 minute on J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com.
The faculty and staff at the DeSoto School District number 73 takes this time to congratulate and praise their students and athletes for working hard and for their commitment and dedication to both academics and sports. The DeSoto School District number 73 knows their students and athletes have what it takes to succeed. The hard-working attitude that has brought you this far will lead you into a bright future of success. This message of encouragement brought to you by the DeSoto School District number 73. They say, way to go, Dragons.
VFW 5896 in Farmington announces the fall dance open to the public on Saturday, October 24th. Live music from 7 until 11 with a $5 cover charge. That's right, enjoy a night of live music from the County Line Band playing a great variety of music. 100% of all the proceeds support local veterans programs. Food and beverages will be available beginning at 6:30. That's the fall dance at the VFW 5896 in Farmington. Saturday, October 24th.
As we await the start of the fourth quarter, it's going to be 4th down and 1 for the DeSoto offense on their own 29-yard line. Trailing 37-0, and a penalty is going to come in. Now that 4th and 1 is going to be a 4th and 6. So any hopes you had of making it an easy 4th down conversion were likely just taken away from you. The offensive line jump that will back them up. So what would have been a 4th and short is no more. Still 12 on the clock, as no play has taken place yet in the fourth quarter. And now spreading it out Gibbons is the near side receiver. Oh, they're going to go ahead and not run the fake. I expected the fake that time with Lamont Allen back there in a strange formation. Not going to happen this time as they go ahead and kick it away. And down at the 28-yard line. Even Coach Baker sold me on the fake that time, putting Lamont Allen back there. I guess the plan is just to rotate punters so they can't pick up the fake in the event that you do run it. But at this point in time of the evening, at a 37-0 lead for the opposing team, and you're on the road, it's going to be pretty useless to run any type of fake. So now the St. Gen offense will come back out, and they're going to be on the 28-yard line. Lalamadeer has the I formation. No, now they go split backs behind him. And the handoff into the backfield, not much there for it. And no, we have backups out there now for St. Genevieve. Now out there at quarterback, it's number 13, Gabe Grimminger, the freshman, 5'6", 117. He's about my size. Out there at the quarterback for St. Genevieve. Coming to the near side of the field at receiver, that's number 80, Skylar Ring. And split backs behind Grimminger. The snap, the handoff up the middle, and it looked like the ball was pulled out at the last second by Grimminger. The halfback even looked behind him. I think he might have thought he lost the football. Nice play fake for the freshman quarterback, Grimminger. Now we have coming into the huddle, delivering the play. That's number 40, Camden Rowe. 5'7", 132-pound freshman. Now the offense breaks out. Grimminger under center. And the handoff comes to the near side. And not able to get a whole lot going are the backups for St. Gen. Carrying the ball is number 16. That's Luke Brewster. So the freshman squad getting a lot of action tonight with a 37-point lead. Running clock in effect with that 37-point margin. Now Schmelsley out there to kick. Hasn't had many opportunities to punt this evening. Only his third tonight. And we're going to be inside of 9:20 when the kick comes through. That's Gibbons back at about the 43-yard line to field it. The kick gets away cleanly. It's a side rotation off of the kick, not a spiral, but literally a side rotation. And it's going to get to the 46-yard line before it's down. And we are inside of 9 minutes. So no matter what happens from here on out, we're 9 minutes away from the conclusion of this one, barring timeouts or anything else on the field, but that's really not going to matter. A 37-point lead, and St. Gen's going to get win number 5 on the season. They have Caruthersville next week. DeSoto has Potosi next week, so not easy sledding for DeSoto. And St. Gen, if they get win number 6, I think they're going to shock much of the media. Now DeSoto lines up in shotgun. It's Smith looking to the near side, throwing over the top. Lamont Allen in stride at the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. The kid's lightning quick, and he finally gets to show it off right there. A 54-yard pitch and catch from Zach Smith to Lamont Allen, and DeSoto puts 6 on the board. So what was a 37-point lead, now a 31-point lead with 8:18 to go. So DeSoto showing some fight, getting a pass to Lamont Allen across the middle for a 54-yard touchdown. And when he gets the ball in stride, he's extremely fast. The extra point to come. Snap, hold, kick, and up and through. So 8:18 on the clock. It's 37-7, now a 30-point lead for St. Genevieve. And they'll get the football when we come back in 30 seconds on Web TV.
Are you dreaming thoughts of football, sports logo items, and the popular Letterman jackets? Deb says so when St. Genevieve carries everything you need. But that's not all. Deb Says So also carries DMC thread and quilting supplies. They offer screen printing, embroidery, and now window decals. In their baby section, look for Gund brand bears and blankets. Deb Says So, located on St. Genevieve Drive, next to McDonald's in St. Genevieve.
8:18 to go in the fourth quarter, and tonight it's been St. Jen Says So as they're out front 37-7 and set to bring the offense back out onto the field. It was a 54-yard touchdown catch for Lamont Allen. That's his 8th touchdown on the season. So he's averaging a touchdown per game, and he keeps that average going tonight. He went right over the middle, caught the pass at the 30, went untouched into the end zone. Nobody was going to catch him after he caught the pass. And now Logan Reinhardt back for St. Jen at the 20-yard line to field this kick. Comes up, and again, it's a short kick going across the middle. The hands team out there now for St. Genevieve, and they're going to start a drive on their own 49-yard line. So as close as you could start in somebody else's territory with a 30-point lead. We'll see which team we have come out and play offense now. Looks like Lala-Mandir is going to get the rest of the night off, and it's Grimminger coming back in. So we'll likely see the second team for St. Jen for the rest of the evening. It was the first team for DeSoto that scored that touchdown. A little glimpse into the future of what DeSoto has coming as their quarterback and receiver are both sophomores. Now St. Jen puts Grimminger under center. Handoff into the backfield. And not going to get to midfield, back to the line of scrimmage. But the clock will begin to run as now just a 30-point lead. 8-10 and counting. Be 2nd and 10, still in St. Jen territory, but only by a yard. Crowd is somewhat quieted down. I think they know this one's in control this evening. Trailing by 30 are the DeSoto Dragons. And Grimminger is under center, counting the defense that time. And fakes the handoff, and now it's going to go up the middle, and that is number 33, Wade Hahn, with the carry. Another freshman getting in on the action. A lot of freshmen out on the field right now. Wade Hahn, Camden Rowe is out there. Grimminger, a lot of the guys out there, very young guys. Have Blake Moore out there, he's just a sophomore. So good experience for your underclassmen. Grimminger is going to go back under center. Split backs behind him, fakes the handoff. Now he's going to be handed off and around to the left side, and then breaking a tackle, getting back across the line of scrimmage. That's Wade Hahn. So the young guy's getting a lot of playing time here tonight. There's been a little bit of precipitation all night long, and that does continue into the fourth quarter. Saw DeSoto have a turnover-riddled first half, 4 turnovers and a safety against them. Now the offense is going to get to come back out as Schmelsley is lined up on the 40-yard line, set to punt this one away with 6.5 to go in the fourth quarter. It is Gibbons back to field the kick just across the 20, and we have a false start on special teams once again. Say, if anything has kept DeSoto from having momentum in this game, it's been penalties and turnovers, and they've had their fair share. 3 interceptions, 2 fumbles, one that was recovered by them that nearly was their 5th. They had the safety. Now they have a penalty on a 4th and 7. So here comes the kick now from Schmelsley. It's going to go end over end and bounce right in front of Gibbons and nearly hit off of a DeSoto Dragon. And they're going to say it did, and St. Jen recovers on the 20. So we're going to say it did hit a DeSoto Dragon deep after the punt, and St. Jen's offense is going to come back out of the field and start a drive essentially in the red zone. So it was on cue, talking about the young DeSoto team making a couple of mistakes, forcing some things, and they do it on call. And now on the 19-yard line is the second team for St. Jen trying to get into the end zone. The second team hasn't had the success the first team had, obviously, but now they get a drive to start on the 19. Grimminger is going to go under center for St. John, and the handoff going to be bounced up the middle down to the 15-yard line. So good gain for the second team running backs.
Carried the ball that time, number 33, Wade Hahn.
And a lot of the young guys getting some action tonight.
Number 34, Kyle Williamson.
Even across the offensive line, they're starting to rotate guys in and out. Hahn's now going to come off of the field. And in the backfield, it's Luke Brewster and Camden Rowe. Grimminger under center to Brewster, up the middle, down to the 10. So maybe a first down, maybe just short of it. Either way, it's going to be very close.
Time number 16, Luke Brewster.
And St. John's second team run game doesn't look too far off than the first team. Another offensive lineman rotating in, number 75, Keegan Pinkley, goes 6 foot 350, sophomore. So putting some bigger guys across the front, even though he's an underclassman. Looks like he's going to line up as the left tackle. Now Grimminger under center, hands this one off, coming to the near side, breaking it around the corner, 10-5, jumping in, Luke Brewster into the end zone, touchdown, 6 more for St. Genevieve. Make that 43-7, a drive that starts on the 19. Luke Brewster takes it 5 yards, punches it in, and St. John's second team just scored on DeSoto. Inside of 5 minutes to go. An extra point to come. Schmelzley hasn't missed one all night long. Luke Brewster, the freshman, getting in on the action. Now Schmelzley looking to make it 44-7. An extra point away, and this will reactivate the running clock. And cue exit stage left for the home crowd. This one's in the books. The snap comes in low for the extra point. So you can't put that one on Schmelzley. You got to put that on the snap and the hold because he hasn't missed one all night long, and he's put a lot of them through. So 43-7, St. John in control with a 36-point lead, set to kick off in 30 seconds on Web TV.
Walmart Supercenter in DeSoto is a great place to get everything you need for any occasion in your life. From a great selection of food, including a fresh deli and bakery, to all the latest trends in clothing, electronics, housewares, hunting supplies, and more. And special occasions, Walmart Supercenter in DeSoto stocks everything that you need for birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, and more. Walmart Supercenter in DeSoto. Always a good choice. Save money, live better, Walmart.
4:55 to go in this contest. A 43-7 lead for St. Genevieve. And as Schmelzley approaches the tee to kick off, the ball rolls off of the tee. And we are inside of 5 minutes to go in this one. I want you to know that we're brought to you by Fleegs Equipment in St. John, Earth Mother Health Foods of Farmington, the County Do-It Centers in St. Genevieve, Walmart Supercenter in DeSoto, along with Oberly Meats and Deb Says So of St. Genevieve, and Farmington VFW, Bloomsdale Bank, and DeSoto Schools. So the kick able to be actually kicked this time, as the prior play it rolled off of the tee. So now DeSoto's offense will come back out onto the field, the running clock back into effect. And when they get their offense out here and set, we'll be inside of 4.5 to go. But it's 1st and 10 on the DeSoto 35. And it appears that the majority of the first team for DeSoto is out there. And yes, they are. It's Lamont Allen coming to the near side. And they have Dakota Kent in the slot. Smith is still out there in shotgun. He drops back, looking to the near side, and he's throwing it up over the top. He's got Dakota Kent. I think they were a little bit mixed up on their routes. So it'll be 2nd and 10, and we just break inside of 4 minutes to go. Elsewhere around the area, Perryville trails Windsor. Windsor looking for 2 wins in a row, up 38-7. St. Pius over Crystal City, 54-0. Vianney leads Farmington, 31-0. And St. John here, 43-7 over DeSoto. So a lot of one-sided games across the regional radio airwaves this evening. Potosi and North County in a deadlocked battle at 8-7 in the fourth quarter. Hillsboro and Poplar Bluff 35-31 Hillsboro. Smith takes a shotgun snap here. Now he looks to the near side. He's going to have to roll away from pressure. It's going to be tough to get an accurate throw away. He's not going to be able to be brought down in the backfield. Reverses to the other side. Still has nobody to throw to. And eventually he's going to have to be brought down. Somebody tackle the kid. He ran from either side of the field twice before he was finally brought down in the backfield. Good pursuit for St. Genevieve to stay with him, but showing his elusive capabilities is Zach Smith for DeSoto in the backfield. We are inside of 3 minutes and counting. DeSoto with now a 3rd and 19 on the 26. There's really no play in the playbook for 19-yard gain, so we'll see what they do here. Spread everybody out. 3 on the near side, 1 on the far side. Smith dropping back, has to throw it, and it's a broken screen, but I don't think they're going to be able to make much out of it, and they sure aren't. It's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, so now it's going to be a 4th and 10 after a short 9-yard completion. But we have a player down on the field, and that player is Lane Harness. And while we have a player down, we'll take an injury timeout ourselves. We'll bring you back when all this is taken care of on Web TV.
Did you know that Earth Mother Health Foods, LLC, is owned and operated by our family for 24 years here in Farmington? This is Mary Lee. I would like to thank all of our customers for allowing myself and our well-informed staff to help you live a healthier life the natural way. We have expanded to now 4,000 square feet to include V-Tree Originals, custom tie-dye and art by our daughter, Vicki the Artist. That's Earth Mother Health Foods in downtown Farmington.
The year was 1963. The Beatles released their first album. Zip codes were introduced to the U.S. The price of gas was 31 cents a gallon.
Fleegs Equipment was founded as a family-owned and operated business where it remains to this day. Hi, I'm Jason Fleeg. Here at Fleegs, we are known best for selling exceptional equipment such as Case IH, Hustler Turf, Vermeer, Cub Cadet, and many more. Service from the time you enter the door or pick up the phone is taken to heart. Because at Fleegs Equipment, we ask that you let our family take care of your family. Fleegs Equipment, a proven company with a certified technicians and customer service where you're more than just a number. Fleegs Equipment, Highway 32, St. Gen. Online 24/7, Fleegs.com. Fleegs Equipment, let our family serve your family.
We bring you back with 2:21 on the clock. St. Genevieve out front 43-7. Just took an injury timeout on the field. That was Lane Harness for DeSoto that was down. He didn't walk off under his own power, but was able to walk off with help. So hopefully that's not too bad. Now play about to resume. It's going to be 4th and 10 facing the DeSoto offense. The first team offense for the Dragons still out there on the field. The clock now starts to run. We're at 2:08 and counting. Continues to run unless DeSoto gets in the end zone. Smith now in shotgun. Trips on the left. Single receiver is Allen on the far side. Now Smith comes to the near side. Rolling, throwing. He's got a rocket over the middle intended for Allen. Short of Allen, so turnover on downs, but the clock will continue to run as the two teams switch personnel. And the second team offense will come back out for the St. Genevieve Dragons. If they utilize their time here, they could likely end this one. And they will improve to 5-3. DeSoto was going to fall to 1-7 on the season. So St. Gen is putting together a pretty good season, considering that they lost the majority of their starters from a year ago. Now it's Grimminger going under center, a 3 in the backfield behind him. He's got Wade Hahn split off to the left. On the near side is Camden Rowe. And now taking plenty of time to get set. Now using all of the play clock, and they're going to go ahead and take a knee. So Grimminger gets the line up for victory formation. And time will run out this evening. So majority of the second half, we got to see the backups for St. Genevieve. So good for those guys to come out and get some experience. It's going to be 43-7 as our final, as they're going to utilize all of the play clock and just take a couple of knees to end this one. Gettinger ended the day with 13 carries and 81 yards, most of that in the first quarter. It was Austin Brewer with 21 carries, 204 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Only 3 passing attempts from Lalamandir. Doesn't matter. They still won handily, and that's going to be the end of our broadcast in 5 seconds. Not a lot of offense on the DeSoto side, just the one big play, 54-yard touchdown from Zach Smith to Lamont Allen. And this game comes to an end at 43-7. That's going to end this week of J98 Web TV on MIMOinfo.com. Teams down there doing the handshake routine, showing the good sportsmanship after tonight's contest. DeSoto falls to 1-7. St. Gen improves to 4-3 on homecoming. Next week, DeSoto plays Potosi. St. Gen will play Caruthersville.